I think some of the more interesting things that they said, that they gave us the history of that civilization, which came here before man existed. They were mining gold from Africa because they needed the gold in the atmosphere of their planet that moved around. They got tired of that working, so they wanted some sort of robots or something to come in. So they engaged in some genetic engineering with the indigenous primates down in Africa and made the workers. And
what is the literary source for this fascinating information?
Yes, the literary source for this is the ancient Sumerian text. Now, these old boys were either science fiction writers that make Gene Roddenberry look like he was not even in kindergarten yet, or they were historians. So you got to make the matter. I think one of the more incredible things to add validity to what they're saying was developed by NASA just 3 years ago in the book of Zecharia Sitchin's, where he talked about the wars of gods and men. He's talking about the war between these two brothers that come from this planet, and they perfectly describe a nuclear attack on what they said was a spaceport in what is now the Sinai Peninsula. And then the two R&R places and a little seaport on the Sea of Aqaba. That this happened 2,000 years BC, 2064, I think it was. Well, it was a neat story, and it was perfect. The flash, the column of smoke, the mushroom cloud, the winds, and then the cloud that drifted over to the Zagros Mountains and killed everything in the peninsula. About 3 years ago, NASA was flying over the peninsula and was testing its new X-ray radar, where it could look at ancient riverbeds and things. And when it came over the center of the Sinai Peninsula, there were 3 round black imprints in the ground. There were 2 more at Sodom and Gomorrah, the ancient site of Sodom and Gomorrah, and another one on the seashore. We see those black prints also in New Mexico. We also see them in Nevada. We also see them at Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
And your point?
We also see them in Soviet Union. All right, my point being here that the ancient Sumerians were telling us of an atomic holocaust, telling us where it was and when it was, and we now can validate that that was true.